an audience in our DMP.
Yes.
We assigned a blue key unique
Yes.
identifier and is associated to a OHashed email. Can you do something with this audience in our DMP? I would say no. Why? Because I don't have his cookie. So I cannot match this cookie to one of our third-party marketplace audiences. If I activated this audience on responses will not understand this hashed email in order to target him. If I send this audience to Google, double click, or to other execution platform, they don't understand blue key unique identifier for sure, and they don't understand hashed email. Okay. So what I need to do is, because it is a story of data enrichment, so I want to understand how the data enrichment will have by matching which identifier. This is the key of this deal. If we understood which identifiers will be used in order to do the data enrichment, okay, we will be able to say, yes, we can enrich those audiences with if they are part of the audiences in our third-party data, or no, we can't. Since the audiences are not in Russia, they are not in China, they are not in North Korea, and they are not in Europe, because we don't have any EU third-party audiences, so you don't have something to enrich with, then you can still do it. But you need to know as well, when you promise the customer, let's go to, did you check how many audiences we have in Vietnam?
Yes, I can tell you that. The Vietnam is 76 million, Indonesia 170 million, and India 572 million.
Okay. So the question is to understand their DMP. What type of IDs do we have? Like how many mobile IDs, how many third-party cookie IDs, how many made IDs, and so on. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. So to know how we are going to match those IDs, okay.
And okay, imagine that they say, okay, this is third-party cookie ID. What should we do next?
We cannot promise that we can enrich 100% of those audiences, because our ID matching will search in our third-party data inventory to see if audience was here or no, is there or no. So not 100% of them can be enriched, not 100% of them can be matched for sure. Especially that I don't know from where did they collect the data, what is the brand of their DMP, what is the quality of the identifiers that they have, do they have cross-device matching or no. So understand a lot about that. And then we need to understand the other part of the story. You say that they want to monetize the data. Yes. How do they monetize the data? On which platform? Like the DMP will integrate with which platform in order to monetize this data? Do they have a data monetization network? Are they using a specific ad network, a specific ad server, or it's a DMP to DMP data monetization? We are not sure, because what we cannot do, and this is very important, is that we cannot extract or push our third-party data to a platform that is not whitelisted with Oracle.
Do we have any list of those whitelisted?
If you just go open partner.bluekite.com, if you go to the DMP, for sure we have list somewhere, I don't know where, but if you go there,
just also to answer your question, where do they get data from? So I have this list of publishers I'm sending via chat.
So if you go to the app catalog here,
okay,
those apps
are whitelisted.
Okay, and those apps we can use, and some of them we can look as this app, Facebook, for example, we can only push first party data. So your enriched audiences, the third party data will not work here.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to others accept first and third party data. If they want to monetize the data on a platform that is not listed here,
Mm-hmm.
what we want to do is that this is governed by our product management, by ODC, Oracle Data Cloud,
Mm-hmm.
because we can just get our DMP and export all the third-party data somewhere and leak it and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So there are lots of agreements they need to sign, and there is a commitment
Mm-hmm.
on monthly revenue that they need to uh, give back to
Fulfill.
Oracle
Uh-huh.
as part of the data CPM or something like that.
Yes.
Uh, so those are very important questions. So first, what type of identifiers do they have? Second, what is the data monetization platform? And then we can do the demo as pre-sales. We can talk about the solution, but it's very, very important to ask consulting, OCS, I mean, uh, like, can you ingest data from their DMP to our DMP? Is it
Mm-hmm.
a service that you can do? Not is it technically doable or not, but is it a service that you can provide? Because I understand that this can only be fulfilled by OCS, not by a partner. So are you going to accept that as part of the scope?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? And if there is any integrations, we need to get confirmation from OCS that they will do the integration, because sometimes they have concerns. Sometimes they say this is very
Uh-huh.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they say this is not even technically doable.
Okay.
So, and they will ask you what is their DMP. If it is custom built, they will need a call with the customer to understand the APIs and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's first ask about what type of identifiers they have and on which platform they will do data monetization.
Right. And okay, so if we understand, for example, that this is third-party cookie IDs that they use as an identifier in data monetization, let's say it is going to be AdWords or some product from Google. What should be the next steps? So should we go
Doable.
to Jonathan?
It is doable. So what should we do next is that we should show them the capabilities of the DMP. We should show them reports like the audience discovery report, which will show enriched data. So we will show them the DMP capabilities if they want.
Mhm. I mean, since this opportunity, as I mentioned, is already something like an 1 year old, it was revived. So I think 1 year ago, they already saw this kind of a demonstration. That
Okay.
means like,
So yes, you should go back to Jonathan Banner to get a proposal from OCS.
hmm
But there is something very important here is that it's not you as Alex. It is as the sales rep.
hmm
Like we don't go to OCS as pre-sales and ask them for proposal.
hmm
So the sales rep should contact Jonathan Banner,
hmm
ask them for a proposal. They can
hmm
use your service or my service. So we can tell them what is the scope and what is the customer expecting.
hmm
They might need a call with the customer for sure.
hmm
Okay. And also you need to add another product rather than DMP. So you need to add infinity streams or responses.
hmm
If customer want to do marketing himself, you can add responses. If they don't, you can add infinity streams in order to help them with the real-time data collection, because you know the new rule, we don't sell
yes,
DMP alone. So
yes. But this is kind of an existing opportunity. Will it apply for this opportunity as well? This new rule?
if it is an existing opportunity, they need just to get an approval, because
Right.
sometimes they give approval, sometimes they don't give approvals. So
hmm
they need to get
And
an approval.
but the same for the approval, should the sales rep should ask for that approval, right?
Sure, it's not your job.
Right. Okay. So basically, mm, I will look again for the notes. Like I'm not sharing with you because it is in Russian from that customer. So I will look into myself if I will be able to find something like a exact like identifier that mentioning that they are using. But I remember it was something like third-party cookie ID, and also verify with them what exactly data monetization platform they are going to use. Once I have this information, I can encourage Nikita, who is sales rep, to reach out to Jonathan Banner for a proposal for this kind of service, right?
So if you want to add me to the loop to support, I'm very willing to support. If you want me to support from the back seat, I'm still available. Like, let me know. You lead this and let me know what type of support you want me to add.
Like sure, for so far it looks like we need to understand or somehow to make this customer understand that the audiences that are available in Oracle are different from the audiences that they have in their data platform, and this should be done by somewhat overlap test or something like maybe a sample test of the audience. So here I see that somebody who are like on a consultant level with DMP should do that, right? Because I was already providing them that data. We have this kind of partners from these sources. We are taking data. It was kind of not enough for them. They were still keeping asking, okay, what is directly there inside? How we can compare it? Because as I understood, otherwise it's not so interesting for them that platform because they have their all in one and are not going to leave it, okay, or to roll down, let's say, a sunset. So that's why the plan is, yes, to probably understand if what the OCS are going to propose them will be still interesting and relevant for them. Because again, if I understand it correct, the customer would be interested in this platform only because of some audiences, and still they are going to pay for it, right? Because cost per while. So it is
Yeah.
already some kind of a cost for them. And if proof of concept will also cost them some significant amount of money, then if the use case is not is very weak, let's say. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but let's do it this way. First, understand what is the monetization platforms, data monetization platform that they're going to use, and then we'll see what will be the reaction from Jonathan. Okay. I will keep
Okay.
you on copy in these emails.
Yeah. Okay. Why not? Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Sure.
Right. Thank you for your support. Sorry for that it
No,
was
it's
related to you, so you had
fine.
to jump
I'm,
in. Sorry for
I'm,
disturbing. All right, but I hope we will resolve it somehow in a optimal way.
yeah. Inshallah, you will.
Right. Thank you, Abdullah.
Thanks,
So
Alex.
keep in touch then.
Okay. Thank you.
And we hear each other on Thursday, right?
Yes, we have our slot on
Right.
Thursday.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Have a
Thanks.
good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. You still need to map it somehow.
Здравствуйте, Юля и Юлиана и Алексей. Прочитала смлуву,
Fine. Как дела? Как дела?
Ничего, довольно хорошо все.
Хорошо.
Хорошо, да.
Как там детишки еще пришли или не было больше?
Женщины пока вот вечером не говоришь. Ну, еще плавная, спокойная очень.
А в тот другой садик не ходили пока?
А?
В тот другой садик не ходили пока?
Ну, Юля пока думает, пусть она решение примет, пойдем, не пойдем, и решит, что надо.
Понятно. Софийка, все нормально? Тоже ничего не говорили про нее.
Хорошо, все нормально. Буквально где-то была такая кружка большая.
Какой бы
А, вот она, ага. Хорошая, сказали, девочка. Ну, как бы все спокойно. and then in addition to that, also share with you some experience or things we have done differently for financial institutions within the region. So Alex will be asking a few questions where he would like to get a good understanding of what things look like within the Strego Ghana today that would guide his. So I manage our campaign to be able to serve them. I think we should wait for her. Right. Yes. Marketing campaigns that would help us drive our bottom line. Right. So before we continue, should we wait for Chimelo or how? I think we should wait for her. Right. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Divine, for the introduction. I had actually tried to send you a request on LinkedIn. I was looking for your profile. But I'm not sure I found you, so I don't know. Is your profile updated with Page Financials? Okay, it's not. So I found you, but I wasn't sure. Okay, I'll send you a request shortly. Thank you. Did I meet you in Lagos? Yes, I remember. I remember one time you came to our office. Oh, that was you. You were so quiet and sitting behind. I was talking to you. Yeah. So that was me. You remember that? I just remember that. Okay. Yeah. The world is so small, right? Let's take your question. Always nice to meet people, especially nowadays, right? In the current situation. I also meet people in person very rarely now, but I hope it will be over soon. How the situation in Lagos right now? How with that? It's not so much as the restrictions. We work a few days, so organizations will not work at full capacity. So we work at 60% capacity. They also have certain changes in strategy restrictions. So we're able to do the best we can to meet customers while still maintaining high standard of safety. Yeah. Are you working from home now or from the office? So it's a rotational basis. So sometimes we work from home most times, and then other times we also check in at the branch closest to where we stay. Yeah. Okay. I understand, because we now work from home, and now all of the employees are even, I think, obliged, right? We can't even go to the office, so we are working from home. Before, I think, like end of the year, so maybe in January it will be changed. Okay. But depends on. I'll join the call. Yep. Hello, Michelon. Hi, Chimelo. Good morning. Chimelo, hello. Connected to voice yet. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Yes, there is some background noise, but yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Yes, we can start now. Okay. How are you, Chimelo? What? How are you? Good morning. I'm fine. Good morning. Good to have you on the call. Thanks. Okay. I have some network issues, so that's why I tried to talk. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. So let me just give a little bit of brief so that I can also bring Divine up to speed. Divine has introduced himself. And I also saw him in Lagos that day I came to your office. I just remembered. But in any ways, in our first conversation, so Divine, I've been engaging with Chinelo in the last 2-3 weeks on a CX, a customer experience maturity assessment model, So what we did in our previous session, which was last week Friday, what we did was to go through a series of questions that pertains to marketing models for page financials, and we identified some gaps, right? So
Yes.
Alex will be talking more about, and he generated a report. So Alex will be talking more about the report that we shared with Kunelo, and we'll also discuss how we can help you move forward in resolving those gaps. So at the end of the day, we want to see how we can help achieve your business KPIs from the marketing perspective, so that at least you're able to see more of your return on investment, especially for marketing. So I hope this makes sense.
Yes, that's fine. That's right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Alex, please over to you.
Okay, thank you for that. So maybe I would like to stop video not to consume a lot of the traffic and share my screen in order to basically come back to that marketing maturity document that we performed together last week Friday. So indeed we have identified some gaps. So let me just introduce you the structure of today's meeting for the
Сейчас Юля Софии. Сейчас Юля Софии.
Ну, конечно, конечно.
Еще раз?
Мы же Софию забрали из этих.
Нет, имеется в виду, это не по плану. Вроде говорили, что либо я, либо вы будете Софией. Сейчас что-то изменилось.
Юля София.
До скольки?
Должна вот подойти погулять, определиться.
Угу.
Пойдем смотреть.